Well, let's just say I got off a 2-hour phone call with my mother, and more puzzle pieces have been put together. I was lost in the bush. My mother confirmed it. And what terrified my aunt and uncle to the rest of their life, it was what they saw. And my uncle, or my grandfather, who was a Hall, he was a multimillionaire in the Red Barn industry, the food chain. My uncle investigated his father, found his father's family. But my uncle never ever shared the inheritance that he got from the inheritance of the Halls. And my grandfather possibly was a code talker. So Benny Keys can spin his lies and get all these people online to be reputable. But Benny Keys, I am on your trail, Benny Keys. Where's Beth McGee? Poor old Beth McGee doesn't have a wrench anymore. Because you just want money from Beth McGee. And after I talked to my mother about being reborn as a blood birth, she said, yes, Kimmy, you're right. You have talked to somebody. You always kept saying, Mommy, I'm never alone. I'm never alone. And then she understood why I quit Army Cadets, because a young guy tried to blow my head off from behind. So that's why I always sit with my back against a wall, watching, surveying. Anybody who knows, when you watch your back, you sit against a wall and watch. And my mother said, yes, you wanted to be a police officer. Yes, you went into bandits. Yes, George Janescu and all these very powerful men got me into places. Yes, the Esposito brothers were proud to have me in my school, in their school. And yes, when I told her about my gold medal because during the competition that day, my son was being introduced to Drew Ferguson. My little man walked up to Mr. Ferguson and said, hi, Drew, I'm hi. Put out his hand like a young man. Little boy fell asleep in the demonstration, started snoring. My little man snored. I said, Mommy, 25 years ago, a gay man sabotaged me, Mommy. And I said to my mother as well, I said, Mommy, I see dead people. I said, people will appear in front of me. She says, Kimmy, don't get upset, but your dad comes and talks to me. She says, I see him. Totally. She started saying, you know that show, I said the show Michael Landon? Michael the Angel? She said, yeah, how did you know? I said, because I met a friend recently who was a friend of mine, who made me think of Michael the Archangel, who fell to the earth and went around trying to do good deeds and stuff. And she goes, you know, I said, yeah, I know. She goes, Dad, your dad was standing there. She said, Kimmy, I said, what did he say to you? She said, he said, why are you alone? As she spoke to my daddy, who she said was covered in clouds. A few weeks ago, this happened. A few weeks ago. I asked her when. I need the date. Because remember, so as I'm talking to my mother today, she's telling me. And I said to her, Mommy, remember when we used to go out to Winnipeg? And she said, yeah. I said, remember the redheaded lady that would never come near me? She goes, yeah. I said, remember the lady said she had 2 sets of twins and her husband were killed in the Holocaust? She goes, yeah. I said, Mom, I finally put my story together, why I've always said. It was, remember I would always talk to myself and say I'm with my sister? I said, remember you'd always catch me talking to her? I said, Mom, I'm a rebirth of a twin. I'm called a blood birth. I said, because remember when we were taken away and I was born in the elevator? She goes, yeah. I said, ever since I was born, Mom, and ever for the 16 years we went to Winnipeg and we saw these people every year. And she goes, yeah. And I said, remember that red-haired lady would never come near me. She would look at me from afar. I said, but you don't remember, Mom, before I had my ear operation, Bubba would sit there and talk to me and call me her little bird. I said, remember how big the seeds were? And she goes, yeah, the big silver bag. I said, remember, Bubba, see, Mom, I didn't, this is before I had my ear operation, Mom. And before I got lost in the bush. I said, Mom, I just recently found out I'm dyslexic. And she thought I meant something else. And I go, Mommy, it's a vision thing. It's like when I read things, I don't read like other people do. It's why I could never read, Mom. Why I could never be taught anything. Why I could never take tests. Why I panic. I said, because talking to Bobby Joe and Nikki is photographic memory. I said, that's how I remember things, or I remember things from past lives. And I said, remember when Daddy fell and almost died, and we got to see him in the emergency room, and his head was split. I said, I see him. I can see him in the wheelchair, his head split, his face so swollen. Then I couldn't see my daddy, but I knew my daddy was in there. I said, Mommy, at a time of where Ukrainians are being killed, she started telling me, I said, Mommy, I don't want to know. I already know what they're doing. They're trucking them away in trains and killing them and burning them. And I said, I don't have to see, Mommy. I already know. I said, Stacy's trying to keep me clear from it, but Mommy, I've lost 50 pounds. I've always been bigger than my mom, but I think I'm smaller than my mom now. All these shirts I crocheted before that, she asked me if my Sandra is her birthday soon. The Sandra who keeps me alive every day because she's my sponsor till this day. Who swears just like me, is fire. So as Benny Keys makes money for doing what? Because I'm blocked again, you know. He can come in and talk in my lives and do whatever he wants and troll me and say, you should be in a padded room. Nice Benny Keys, nice Benny Keys. I should be in a padded room. I'm going to see you dead. I'm going to see somebody shoot you. Because you said I tried to shoot you. You drew a bullet to your fucking brains. You drew a bullet to your fucking brains, Benny Keys, Benny Keys. Because remember, bikers colors, bikers colors, bikers colors. So I'm going to take a little break and I'm going to have a little cigarette. I'm going to have a little puff, puff, pass. And then I'm going to do the ruins with me, showing you me do it. So Benny Keys Popcorn Hour is on the United States of America, and I told my mother, I am letting out secrets that they will kill me. And my mother said, my darling daughter, you do what you gotta do. I said, I'm doing it in the name of being online bullied. I said, some guy called me the Unabomber, Mom. Then I told her about the time that we stayed in when the 6 people were killed. I said, remember that time, Mom? I said, I went home and talked to SB News Nuggets about being online bullied, and this lady helped me out, Mommy, because I was able to talk to her on the phone, mother to mother, grandmother to grandmother, and say, there's a young man who's got a murder put on him by Benny Keys. No thanks. And A, B, Scott in Canada, Tiffany Marie, Molly Golightly, all of you YouTubers that spun lies and made money on the time of the boys. Nobody cared about the boys, but let's go look for a little girl, Summer Wells, where we know that the Wells know where Summer Wells is, right? But you didn't care about cash. It was like, let's put a young black boy, manic depressive. I said, Mommy, they put a young boy like me in jail, Mom. I said, remember the Contra War where Kiki Camarena, the Lost Narc, this movie about this good cop, Mummy. I said, they murdered him over drugs, and now drugs are legal. You have a guy going around Benny Keys, putting a beautiful, gorgeous black man in jail. Young guy who was raped by Monica of the Onion House. And my voice, I said, Mummy, is I threw a snowball in the UN, the United Nations website, Mummy. Remember the snowball fights Daddy and I have, Mummy? I said, Mummy, and she goes, oh, yes, your daddy loved. I said, well, Mummy, I put a snowball in. I said, I'm throwing a snowball in the United Nations website via Kimmy. And I said, Mommy, other people around the world threw a snowball in the United Nations website for me, Mommy, to out online bullying in the United States in the time where Trump was in office, where 800 to 1,000 kids went missing that are probably dead underneath the White House, Mommy. So as my mummy listened to me for 2 hours and she shared her past and my past together, I found out my mother is a seer too. Not just my daddy, my mother has seen things and survived things as well. Because both mother and daughter were both raped. And when mother and daughter can talk without crying and say, we're warriors, Mummy. We are warriors for a reason. Because you have Hall bloodline, Mummy. You have a Hall bloodline, which is probably your father was killed because he was a code talker. Or he died of something, and never wanted to share something with his 3 kids that he left in Canada. 3 Hall children. My mother was the oldest. Then there was Harold. Then there was Kenny Hall. And the Hall bloodline, the pictures of the guy who was the Renaissance guy, who was a murderer. My cousin Keith looks exactly like him. Sideburns and all. So as Benny Keys gets to spin his lies and nobody cares, nobody wants to come in and talk to me. Because like my friend said, because I am spilling the truth, YouTube will keep me down in the algorithm. Because I don't make money. Like the devil Benny Keys does, he makes money. And every person who donates money to the devil, you will have 5, 10, 15-fold upon you the minute you donate any type of money to him. Money. Donate to the devil and the devil will reap what you sow. He's going to take all your donations and he's going to look into all your family tree. By you donating money to him, he will look at your whole family tree. And he'll find out somebody within your family tree who's the freak, whatever. And then he's going to embarrass your family by bringing out your secrets. The skeletons in everybody's closet, right, Emma? That I told you when you start pointing fingers. I said, Emma, you better make sure your closet's really clean, right, Emma? Crime scenes obsessed. Biker's colors, Emma. The glare. He knows better. He sat back and went, whoa, 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 no. Like, Glare was never a bully of mine, so if you are the Glare son who's come in and said hey to me, whatever your name is, Baron Guitar, if your daddy taught you music, keep playing music. Because like I said, when we would go to concerts, when everybody got to leave and everybody was going home, guess how many people said, "Okay, you guys stay back. You guys are cool." If you only knew the CDs that I have, autographed by every fucking band member in a band that wherever we went, and we're exclusive Black Fly Jam. Just saying, Black Fly Jam. We went to a party at an exclusive party because the place wasn't being able to be. The building was being used at a time for a wedding, so when they did a home jam where the members got to go, and all of a sudden one guy, we're sitting there at a treat thing, and this guy comes up and says, "Are you the one who makes the cinnamon buns at the bakery?" And I went, "Yeah, why?" He goes, "Well, why didn't you bring some?" I said, "If I would have known, I would have. I should have, could have, would have." As all these people looked at me as if I was a strudel, a cinnamon bun, a peanut butter ball. People don't look at me and say, "Kimmy, you got gray hair, you have no teeth." People look at me and say, "Oh, you're a cinnamon bun, I remember you." Or big guys come and pick me up and say, "You used to feed me with a peanut butter ball in each hand." Or a cop sees me and throws something at me instead of me throwing something at him, something, something. So the police officers that I asked to come to my door that day and say, "Darian Brown is not a guilty guy. There's something going on, and these YouTubers are doing something." And this is before I was called the Unabomber in Steve A.V. Watchman's Live. And then the abuse started. Gail Thornberry. "That's Benny Keys. That's Benny Keys." Or I hear Steve's voice. "She's a nice lady, but I wish she wouldn't cry." 45 pounds I lost, Steve. 45 pounds. I lost inches. I went from a size 16 to a size medium, and I'm getting smaller every day. And I'm going to get my body in shape. And I'm going to get my mind, body, spirit. And I'm going to get fucking in fit. I'm going to get my passport done. And maybe I'll knock on Benny Keys' door and say to my face that I tried to shoot you, you piece of garbage. Because I'll have the cops coming with me when I do go there and say, I'm going to take this guy to jail because his sister was pushed to the side as soon as this piece of garbage was born. Because Benny Keys is a hacker. He's a savant. He doesn't know how to love because he's like A.B. Scott in Canada. He's a savant. He has Asperger's syndrome, where they can do around and act like fucking chipmunks and chihuahuas beside their mummy, and mummy will pet them. Oh, pet my little pet. Down, Benny Keys, down. Mommy Keys, Benny Keys, down. Benny Keys, down. Benny Keys, get on your medication. Puff, puff, pass. I grow my own. That's why you're so fucking jealous, you piece of garbage. I'm gonna do a bad thing. This is one of our little buds. See it? See how big it is? That's a little one. See it? Isn't it pretty? And this is what we grow at home. Benny Keys. See how nice it is? Isn't it a pretty bud? Let's put some light on the subject. See how pretty that bud is? That's what you call Canadian homegrown weed. Thumbs up for Canada. And my RCMP know I do grow. Puff, puff, pass. Ooh, look at the stuff that went on the camera. All those little, those little red little things, right? Shows you how, ooh, there's more. The little feathers, right? Benny Keys is so fucking jealous that he's gotta buy his weed. Bada boom, bada bing. Come to my house, Benny Keys, I'll blow your fucking brains out. Everybody knows you come to my house, you better have good intentions. Because my land is blessed. And my neighbor's land is, the new neighbor across the road is, well, he's gonna learn soon. Because if he does fucking fireworks again in the fucking bush, when you don't do that, you go to the fucking ball field to do fireworks like that. He's gonna meet me as I go over there across the road with a fucking baseball bat saying, you put off any more fucking fireworks into the bush and cause a fucking fire? Or maybe I'll call the fucking fire department and say, make this guy pay for your fucking call. Because all the reserve fire department guys are going to be called when I say, fucking guy shooting off fucking fireworks into the fucking bush where all the animals live. Fucking idiot. Call before you dig. Call before you dig. This fucking idiot does his fucking stuff. Cuts the underground phone line. Everybody had no phone because this fucking newbie comes out the country. Doesn't call before he digs. Thank God I didn't answer the door the day they came over, because God said, stay away from these fucking idiots that moved out to the country with all the toys, but don't know how to use a fucking phone and say, do you have underground bell telephone anywhere here? Boom! So now that I lost 50 pounds, and I'm gonna look like Jessica Rabbit. I know I showed a little bit of a belly today, but that belly lost 50 fucking pounds, so it should jiggle. So Benny Keys, as you spill your lies and everything. The lives that I made today have had more streams than anybody has ever seen any of my videos, and I'm going back and back and back and back to the old videos, and I'm seeing people that were in my lives that I never seen before. So Benny Keys, I'm gonna go start hit the first videos instead of in between. See who the fuck was talking to me. Because Benny Keys has cloned Kim Holmes' ID 3 times that I've seen so far. And some porn thing comes up. Right? Oh, I had another Pop-Tart came in and came out. And I'm going to go back to that live and I'm going to copy and paste whoever porn thing this is. And every time I'm going to go into your channel when you have your members only, and I'm going to post a Pennington stuff or Izzy Pop or rap, any kind of Illuminati, like all your little fucking emojis. And I'm going to post one, which I gave the Duchess. Didn't I give the Duchess airtime on the last live? Hey, Bennington, the Duchess of whatever. Bikers, callers, look after, find out who this bitch is. Hey, Pennington with all the Illuminati videos, okay? Just saying. And again, Benny Geese, I posted that video you telling that Egyptian god, calling him a boy. You have no fucking clue where I posted that video for my, oh, see that little feather of marijuana? It was a bud thing, a feather, like the. I posted that video of what you said. Thanks for dinner, White Rabbit. Because I'll tell you again, Benny Keys, when you were making that video with those people, you had your son in the back of that vehicle. Because I could hear him saying, Daddy, 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 Daddy. And my gamers are going to listen to this, and all my police officers all over the world and people that I posted this to. are going to look at this video and say, do you hear his son in the back? Because I hear his son's voice. Because I recognize your son's voice. Because I'm hearing impaired, which means I hear better than people that don't. Shannon S., which wasn't my Shannon, who I thought and I accused of being a bad Shannon, was the Shannon S. in Eye of Entertainment that cried that day, who now wears a wrench in your channel. So Shannon S., you are now part of, well, you hold a wrench, Shannon S. So my police are going to go after you, Shannon S., and every name that I name in every live that I make, because I'm going to start writing your names down. Maybe I'll copy and paste a whole fucking live of the members to the RCMP, the FBI, and say, this is the members of the elite that can pay. And we'll all do background checks on all of you. Because Benny Keys tried to do a background check and he found out every fucking thing I say is true. I have no criminal record yet. Hear my puppy snore. Because as you always say, yet. Because I will see you, Benny Keys, being dragged away on one of your lies as you sit there for 3 and 4 fucking hours. Because women have lives and can do that because you're a peacock, Benny Keys, Benny Keys. Bring me some weed money, weed money, weed money, weed money. Roll in the weed money, weed money, weed money. Roll it, spin it. Cash up, cash up, cash up. Gang, bang, gang, bang. Hello, is anybody out there? The cult of the Benny Keys, rolling the cash up, gang, bang, gang, bang, gang, bang, gang, bang, gang, bang. Gang, 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 gang. He tries not to say gang bang. And he tries and tries, but he can't. He always ends up going, gang bang. And all of my rainbow, my chocolate rainbow. We know that word's not a good word, is it, my Stowball Nation, my warriors, men and women that I'm gathering. Because there are warriors in Texas that don't like white men calling a black Egyptian god a boy. So Benny Keys, wherever you go, you better look around you all over the place. Because Benny Keys, you came into my live and said, or whoever it was, from when I can get it to open in front of other females that were here, which one I removed from my list, and if I could go and find her name somewhere, I would re-add her to my list. Because Benny Keys, you said I need to be in a padded cell. A padded room. Well, I was in a padded room one time. Where I told the police of how a person died and killed themselves because of being left in a padded room. That's why when I saw that, I had to leave. And out of the blue, my mother calls me. I don't know why. But my mother has never called me for a long time. But what we shared in 2 hours, we shared from the time of my birth to now. As I said to my mom, I'm coming in town to see you soon because I need to talk to you, my mom. As my mother has never heard me talk like this before, and I've never heard my mom talk to me like she did and say, Kimmy, your dad comes to me. And I said, yeah, I know, Mom, because he comes to me too. He stands with a cloud around him and says, my baby girl, you yell, you scream, whatever you gotta do. Because my baby girl, is being murdered. And I said, Daddy, I know. I can't watch, but I see it. My mom tried to tell me about a bunch of people they found. I said, Mommy, don't tell me I know. They found bodies buried all together, piled up. She goes, how do you know? I said, Mommy, I've lost 50 pounds. I can't eat. I can't. Tonight I had a hamburger. A little one, about this big. Little one. About a kid's burger. I said, Mom, I'm living on oranges. I don't know why oranges, Mom. Until a friend of mine had said at what point she was looking. And it was an orange moon. But this young lady doesn't come and talk to me anymore. But I know she has red hair. And I pray for all these young ladies who had to take away a break from YouTube because they're young. How could they deal with this? And they have babies at home that watch your babies, watch all your animals you adopted, you blessings that you are who adopt from the pound. All your beautiful babies you have. Your gifts to those dogs and animals you adopt. And gay couples and lesbian couples who adopt kids who nobody wants their kids, so they adopt them. And then people call these couples like, well, you know the names. Like Jose, who's probably like my Veronica, my Rachel, who would had to be an escort to try to fund her operations. I have to look into a case. As my mother told me, there's a Wilson, as I talked about my girlfriend Brenda. Somebody either murdered a Wilson and his girlfriend. Now, last couple of weeks, now I'm scared, like, what's around my mom? So the police are watching my mom and making sure she's safe, driving by her house. They're going to do this every day. Because my police, when my mom called, they listen. And I told my mom, if you got a call again, just say my name. Be a Kimmy, Snowball Nation. Tell them, look it up on YouTube. Tell her. I said, tell them that you're my mom. Because I said, Mom, I said, I helped in this case, that case. And she's going, real? I said, Mom, that's why I realized I see and I feel dead people. Somebody recently passes, I feel them. And I think because Lacey loved India so much, that's why she's here. I don't even know what she looks like, but I feel her. It was like she was like a little flower child. Like I could see her dancing or twirling in the rain like Summer did, twirling. Twirling in the rain, just like I do. Barefooted, twirling in the rain. So I know Lacey because I had girlfriends like Lacey that took their lives, because a woman broke their heart. After a man rapes a young girl as a child and then they of course they don't want to be around a man because of what was happened to them. So she falls in love with a girl. My friend did. Because I had lesbian friends and I'd go to gay parties and stuff like this, and my husband did too. So after one of my best friends, got her heart broke, she killed herself. She slit her wrist this way. It was 12 inches or 18 inches cut. Both arms. And they found her. Laying in the bathtub with her arms inside the tub because she didn't want anybody to have too much of a mess. So she bled out in the tub and fell asleep. She was my hippy dippy friend that we both wore patchouli oil. Some of you people don't believe I feel Lacey in me. I don't care. But I do. I knew a girlfriend that went in too. Be a wife of a voodoo man, a witch doctor. Kate. Kate was her name. Kate. She had to buy all this. Well, whatever you had to do, she had to buy her way into being one of his brides. I can't remember where she went, but I've never heard from Kate, or Proud Woman never heard from Kate ever again. And as they say, when you become a voodoo wife, you say goodbye to everybody. So I don't know if Kate's still alive, but she could sing. Oh, she could sing like a bird. And she twirled. That's why, because she taught me about voodoo stuff, a couple of things that I know that she never even told Proud Woman. I think she told Proud Woman she told me stuff, but Proud Woman said if you gave her that knowledge, that's her knowledge. And this is why I say this woman is with me, Proud Woman's with me, and she's saying, Kimmy, I told you at a time you're going to speak your truth. Just like this, in my voice like her. She said to me, Kimmy, I gifted you to the name the Great Mother because you are a great mother. One day you will understand all the names I give you, and I still haven't told you guys one last name. And throughout my videos, I revealed names, but I don't know if everybody's caught all the names I gave. Like Great Mother, Ishtar, Iana, Nefertiti, Aphrodite, Ocean Wind Woman, others I gave. But I don't get people to come in and really want to talk to me because when I told everybody after you called me the Unabomber and I said karma, and this scientific skeptic said there was no such thing as karma. Oh, yes, there is, because you're going to get karma. Because like I said before, when I put things in writing and writing and writing, all the way from where I am here, and I do other things with that, whatever I put in writing, and I do things and I do things and I do things. I don't need a sweat lodge to do this. I could do this and do things, and one day you're awake and the next day, somebody goes in there and they didn't wake up. Wonder what happened. Beth McGee? Where are you, Beth McGee? You're my lurker. You're the one who sits back and listens and says, ooh. You thought you could put 1,000-fold on me, Beth McGee, Beth McGee. I send it back to you. 3 times 3 times 3. And anybody who sends money to Hitman, Benny Keys, Benny Keys, Benny Keys. Every dime you receive, whoa, spin back. Those who give 3 times 3 times 3 will lose their money, money. Anybody who gives money to the devil, Benny Keys, will reap 3 times 3 times 3. As I blow smoke in the direction of the north, south, east, west. Benny Keys, I send the smoke to thee, Benny Keys, Benny Keys. And anybody who gives money to Benny Keys, and the members and all the members who are members of the cult of Benny Keys. You are under a spell of Benny Keys, blood money keys. You're giving money to the devil, to the devil, to the devil. And every dime you send to him, you will lose 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. You will be bankrupt within no time. Bankrupt. Mentally, physically, spiritually. Because Benny Keys, Benny Keys, Benny Keys. I blow smoke in the direction of Benny Keys, and anybody who gives money to Benny Keys, Benny Keys. You will all burn in hell, Benny Keys, because you are giving money to the devil, Benny Keys, Benny Keys, Benny Keys. Because none of them have ever found any fucking thing. Not a fucking thing, not a fucking thing. What's up on that mountain, Benny Keys, Benny Keys? You said you saw stuff. You said you saw it. You said you were there, you did this. What'd you do to Darian Brown, Benny Keys, Benny Keys, Benny Keys? Monica had his baby in her belly, Benny Keys, Benny Keys, Benny Keys, because the baby spirit is here. And it's saying, yes, I was chocolate. And I'm going to quit now. Yes, I was chocolate. I was a baby, chocolate baby, chocolate baby, chocolate. My gamers, my warriors, my chocolate rainbow. I'm not doing the runes tonight because if I do the runes tonight, I will foresee somebody's death. Benny Keys, Benny Keys. And everybody's seen my ruins. Griff has a job now, right? Griff's going to work every day, right? I said he would have a full-time job. He would have money towards come into him. And Griff has money coming into him now. And others will have money coming into them. And soon have money. Somebody's gonna be. Somebody is gonna be arrested online, Benny Keys. Oh, Benny Keys. Have a good sleep, Benny Keys. Because the spider you killed is gonna crawl over you. And every time you close your eyes, the dog you killed is gonna bite your face. Bite. Good night, Benny Keys, Mama Keys. I know what you did to Lacey, you piece of garbage. You and that mortician, that fucking piece of garbage. What did you two do to Lacey? See the blinking lights? There is no red in here. And that's my cops blinking. Benny Keys. You're going down, down, down to the ground. And you know what, Benny Keys? You're going to be in the padded room, Benny Keys, and they're going to find you dead. Dead. See the flashing light? That's your sister going, oh, please let it happen. So Mama Keys can go, you piece of trash that pet that fucking dog beside you all the Mama Keys. You should have slapped it in the fucking head a couple of times, and maybe your daughter would be alive. Could see this bracelet? I'll be wearing it at your trial, Benny Keys, or at your grave when I say, bye, Benny Keys, go to hell. Bye, Benny Keys. You're in a padded cell. You're going to be, you said, I need a padded room. Bye, Benny Keys. Because you told an Egyptian god, hey, boy, boy. All my gamers and a whole bunch of other people that are in Texas saw that video. Benny Keys, like I said, don't fuck with me. You block me from coming up on your live. I'll go to other places and show them. This is this guy who's making money and you're going to work. So, bye, Benny Keys. Because I am gorgeous. Because wait till you see what I look like when I get all dolled up. I look just like a rabbit with gray hair. And everybody knows who Jessica Rabbit is because that's the first fucking thing you guys jerked off to was the bunny rabbit. Bye-bye, Benny Keys. Go suck some dick. Because that's what you want, right? Every time you put your mic to your face. Ooh, baby, baby, ooh, baby, baby, ooh. How do you think I got Colonel Russell Williams? Ooh, baby, baby, baby. Bye-bye. Snowball Nation signing out. Because you're going to jail soon, you piece of garbage. And so is No Thanks. And AB in Canada. And leave Ernie's show alone. You'll use him so you can have popcorn hour in Benny Keys. Right? See the flashing lights? That's Lacey saying, spot on, spot on. And the person I worried about in the tornado, hi, how you doing? And Tag and Dank, put a ring on her finger, for fuck's sakes. People, if they're with somebody for that long, you don't need to have a great big fucking wedding. Spend the money. Put a ring on her finger. 45 years, people. I'm getting a new ring. 45 years. Anybody match that? Benny Keys? Mama Keys? All your fucking keys? Remember, Israel Keys. McAfee? Shit because he created shit. And he didn't kill himself. Neither did Isaac Cappy. Benny Keys. Bye. Snowball Nation signing out. Because I am fucking beautiful. Bada boom, bada bing. Because you're just a piece of... That's what you are. Whatever comes off of this. Because that's Benny Keys's. Because if anybody who is white, black, smoking a joint 3 and 4 in one trip like you do, they'd be in jail. Or they'd be smart enough not to smoke that much and text and everything at the same time. And have your kid in the car as you're fighting with an Egyptian god going, Daddy, 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 Daddy. What is your wife fucking thinking? She got a fucking screw loose? Keep that kid away from him. Or I'm gonna call. Or maybe I will call tomorrow. And I'll go real time. You called me, said I would shoot you. I'm gonna call the cops tomorrow. Yeah, I'm gonna go real time tomorrow. Bada boom, bada bing. And Benny Keys is gonna sing Goodbye from Snowball Nation, where I'll take Benny Keys fucking down. Bye-bye. Colonel Andre Dallaire, you Americans left him way back when, picking up body parts. Kiki Camarena. And to a young soldier I know who is in Kosovo picking up body parts, who is so fucked up that they have him on medical marijuana, Benny Keys. Benny Keys, you fucking piece of garbage. To the Rainbow Snowball Nation, to all my chocolate rainbow men and my gamers, male, female, everywhere I posted that live of Benny Keys having lunch with White Rabbit. Does this look like a good daddy to you? You want your kid in that fucking car? Do you want this kid guy on the fucking streets? This guy makes money. Go to his page and see what he is. He's Popcorn Hour in the United States of America. Junkie Online. Junkie Online. Where? Black people have to go to work. And this guy spins lies and puts Darian Brown, a 17-year-old boy who was raped by Monica, who has babies here. Say, yes, I was chocolate. I was half chocolate. I was half chocolate. Because that baby couldn't be born. Because it would be statutory rape. Right, Monica? Monica, you better start fucking worrying, bitch. Because I'm going to send a pack around your fucking door wherever you are and all your family, Monica. Goodbye. Snowball Nation signing out on 113. How appropriate, 113.